Bitcoin breakout action. This is the daily chart. I drew this little parallel ascending channel bear flag structure guy in like 3 days ago or 4 days ago or so. And my last video I talked about, it was right at 60,000. I said it's annoying as soon as I see these longer term trends. Almost as soon as I make a video about them, they break. And that same day, boom, broke 63,000 off the top of it. Coming back down now for the retest. This thing actually came back down 61,200. Actually came back down into it. I suppose different sites are a little different. So about an hour ago, it was actually in the channel, but now it's a clear retest. So this video is going to be about me shorting Bitcoin since 44,000, and I'm in profit, and I want the price to go up. That sounds like a madman speaking, right? I briefly said something in a video a while back about at 47. If it were me, I would start to put in really small orders, short orders, low leverage, and I don't blame the people in the comment section, saying, you don't know when to stop, you dumb, stupid, blah, blah, blah. You're always wrong. You're a bear. So I'm going to explain that. But first, I want to just talk about this. It's coming down for the retest. So a lot of traders, what they'll do is some of them will, as soon as it breaks out, they'll put in a long. A lot of them will wait for it to come down. And when it retests, they'll put in a long and wait for it to bounce up. I'm worried about this coming back down into the channel for now, but we'll see. So other traders will see what the target is, and they would perhaps have a short in at 63,000, right? And they play the bounces. And these are good strategies if you're comfortable with doing it and you're successful. So right now there's probably shorts at 63,000, and it came down here back into the channel, and maybe that's what's happened here. Those shorts got out, and perhaps maybe they've actually relong. So I know there's a tendency for new people to this to think there's bears and there's bulls, and the bears always want it to go down, and the bulls always want to go up. But what's really happening here is there really are no bears and bulls. There's just traders. In the long term, there's bears and bulls. But as far as trade is concerned, right? If someone entered a long here at 60,000 when it broke out, they're a bull, and up here they had to order in to sell their long short. Now they're a bear, right? And now it come back down here to 60,200, and they bought their short. They got out of their short position and re-entered a long, right? So now they're a bull again, right? And so don't get confused. If you're new to this, I just want to say that I think some people might miss that idea. A trader can be a bear and a bull back and forth just in a single day. So I don't know. I think some people might not understand it. But okay, so a video I made a while back. If you're new to this chart that I have here, these vertical lines are the CME Bitcoin futures close in the CME market, and the tendency for Bitcoin to break, to dump down towards them. All the red lines are dumps down toward them. October 29th is a closure, and I am expecting another dump. I'm expecting this pattern to hold true. It's not a guarantee, but I'd been talking about these little flag, these bear flag structures, these ascending channels that I'm able to draw in, and they all end in dumps, every single one of them. This one here in August dumped, and then it pumped back up into it, and then kind of went sideways, and then dumped a little bit, and you can see what happened there. But the rest of them, there's really large dumps that come out of them, with the exception of the first one. And I was talking before this happened a couple days ago. I was talking about right now, where we're at right now today, when we're at like 58, 59,000, 57,000. I was saying this really reminds me of back here, the Elon Musk days, where he changed his Twitter handle to Bitcoin right here, January 29th, which actually was on the CME futures closure day. It's kind of strange. And then here, Tesla announced they bought Bitcoin, and back through here, everyone was super just major bullish, right? Everyone's just to the moon, long. So this is the only one where it broke out the top. But you see what happened? It came back down for a retest, and it looked like a retest, but no, boom, smashed right back down into it. Now, and all the way down through it, right? And it came all the way down here. So it was 43,000. That was about a $15,000 dump over the course of about a week. And I was saying, this really reminds me of it, where we're at right now today. I was saying probably the worst thing that could happen is just for to break out the top, because it reminds me of back here. And if that happens, it could get ugly, and it might come crashing back down through here and continue the dump towards this date. Now, these last Fridays of the month, it's not exact, right? It could be a couple days before, it could be a couple days after where it bottoms out. But you can see over and over and over these big red cascading dumps. They're all dumping down towards these red vertical lines, with the exception of here, where it was altered by a strange conference here. This was probably dumping down further in the mid-20s. And then this green pump is about a week too early, but it's still the same structure. See how that's working? So it pumps away from the red lines. So if it holds true, watch out for the dump down towards the end of the month. And then the start of November, watch for the big green pump. That's not guaranteed to happen, but watch for that. So anyways, I was saying it really reminds me of back then. And look at that. Look how similar that is over here on the right, where we're at right now. This one actually came back. I think this came out the top because everyone was gung-ho, right? The Tesla news. And it was just major bull sentiment. No one saw this one coming, right? This was a horrendous boom. This was a boom, right? So this is, we got news of ETFs, and this is right now this is about the third biggest pump in the history of Bitcoin, behind only the one in late December of 2020 or December 2020, and the one in February 2021. Those are the only two bigger than this. So it really reminds me of that. And you can see what happens, right? Big red dumps. So just be careful. Okay, let's get to what I was talking about. I want to show you my little trade I'm in. Okay, this is the same chart. And down here, you see I'm in a trade, a short trade. And so what I was talking about earlier in the video, how lots of traders you see on YouTube, and just lots of traders. I was talking about how they do their orders, right? They play the breakouts and they play these patterns, right? And then it comes back and retesting it. I said it's kind of one dimensional. It's one dimensional. So maybe if I show you what I'm talking about, for those of you that were around back here, probably not very many people are watching that were back there in those days. I started getting into Bitcoin November of 2020 when I realized there was a big cycle pump coming. And what I did is I legged in with little tiny increments of long orders, really, really low leverage long orders, long trades. So like through here, I had maybe like 200 little long trades, super small trades, super low leverage. At that time, I was over on Kraken. So the problem I kept running into was Kraken, you can only keep your trades open for 28 days. But now I'm over on this side. I should have been on a site like this to begin with. I can keep this trade open for the rest of my life if I want to. So with Kraken, I was always, every 28 days, I was kind of running into a dead end time, right? You better be in profit because it's going to be closed. So, but even if you lost, you could open it right back up again at that point. But anyways, it was a major roadblock for me with the system I developed here. But so like right through here, I had like 200 successful trades in a row, and I just kept doing this. I was just buying low leverage longs the entire time. I bought every single one of these tops, right? And I spent most of my time being underwater in my trades, right? But I was able to get out of them every single time because I knew we were in a bull run and it was going up. Over here in May, I basically had life-changing money. Now, life-changing money for me might not be life-changing for other people, but I had enough money where I could. I was trying to buy a house just with straight cash because I'm having trouble getting a bank loan. But that's another story. I'm basically doing the reverse of that now. I started shorting this market here in the middle of August at 44,000, right? And little tiny orders. So on this site, it just shows I have one trade open down there in the bottom, right? On Kraken, it actually had a big long list of all like 200 different little orders, right? So here it's just you just add. So the key for me is low leverage and little tiny increments legging in, right? So it's kind of like dollar cost averaging investing. Right? You hear about the hodlers, they dollar cost averaging, like they buy $1 every day or $5 every day, right? And you end up buying all the tops and all the bottoms, and it's just it all averages out and you do good. So that's kind of how this is with low leverage. It's similar to investing. So these numbers are a little skewed down here. You can see my liquidation price here is 71,722. So it's well above, right? And if I added, say, $100 to this order right now, I could probably push my liquidation price up to like 80,000. See how that's working? So my average entry price over here is 47,000. Let's wait for the screen to regroup. My screen recorder takes up a lot of the power of my little Chromebook, so it kind of does that right there every now and then. Okay, so you can see my average entry price is 47,778. And look how far I'm underwater, 64%. And so with all this stuff I'm saying right now, you'd think I'm just a total idiot, right? But this site pays me for keeping this liquid in the market. The funding rate for shorting is positive. So they're literally paying me to have shorts open. So these numbers here are skewed because I'm putting my profit back into it. So I'm up $264, or I mean, I'm in for $264. That's how much money I have wrapped up in this trade. So you can see my realized profit is $31.16. So $31.16 divided by the $264 I'm in for. And look at that. I'm up almost 12%. I'm up 11.8%. I'm in profit. I'm in profit 12% while I'm shorting a bull push. See, so if I say that in a video where I don't show you a picture of it, you would think that I'm just really stupid and don't understand what I'm doing, right? Because I've seen those comments, right? You don't know when to quit. You're short and you're dumb, stupid. But here's the kicker, right? The funding rate's positive for shorting. I shouldn't say put it. I'm actually saying that wrong. I'm the maker, so I'm using limit orders, not market orders. I'm the maker, not the taker. So I'm making the order to sell, and all the bulls out there right now. When I enter the short, I'm selling. So when I sell, there's someone out there that's buying it, but I'm the maker of the order. And the taker, they're actually paying the site, right? The other side of the trade is paying the site money, and the site is turning around and giving me part of that money. See how that's working? You use limit orders. Now, I'm not saying anyone should do this. I'm not saying you should do this at all. I'm just showing you what I'm talking about because it is super confusing if I don't actually explain it perfectly or, show you what I'm talking about. So I'm up 12%. I'm down 64% in unrealized profit. And that's actually not true because I'm reinvesting this profit. Over here up on the left, you can see how I have $11. That's money they just gave me today. Yesterday, I think I had 6 or 4. I was profit. I'm not sure. It was pumping hard yesterday. I think it was only like $4 or $6. But I'm putting that back in, right? So I'm waiting to see right now. I waited for this video. I was going to fire up the screen recorder at 60,300, but I wanted to see if this was going to bounce off back out of the top of that channel. And right now it is. It's up at 61,000. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take this $11. So I'm at 3 times margin. So these numbers are skewed because I'm in for 264, but it's showing 345. It's showing. Just don't really pay attention to what that says because I'm up $31. So 31 times 3 is $93. It's actually close to $93.50. So that's that $93.50 that I'm up. I've put back in, so that's skewing these numbers. I'm only in for 264, but it's showing I'm in for almost 364, 360. So don't really pay attention to that. It's kind of confusing. But so today I've profited almost $3. Yesterday this was at $28. Now it's at 31. So $3 profit times $3, 3x margin. No, I'm up 4. No, shoot, they give me 4. I'm up almost $4 over yesterday. So $4 times 3x margin would be 12. So there it is. It's technically they're showing 11. So I'm not giving you the exact amounts. There it is, right? So just say this, I'm up $4 today. Free money. This is free money. I'm about to stick back in here, right? 3x leverage. They're calling it 11. That's probably closer to 11, like 11.4 or something. They're just rounding off, right? See how this is working. So this is probably a good time to get back in. And so how many times have you heard I'm shorting the market at 44,000? I'm in profit. I'm literally in profit, 12% profit. I'm shorting and I want the price to go up. I don't care if the price goes up to 100,000. That's okay, because what I'll do is I'll stick another $50 or $100 in here, right? And I'll put my liquidation price up to 80,000, right? Or I can push it up to 90,000 or 100,000 or 110,000. So back here, the Elon Musk dump, what my problem was is I was overextended and I didn't have enough dry powder. And I really didn't think the market could dump 50%, right? I wasn't aware of the power of social media. So be careful. The power of social media, Bitcoin could be at $10,000 in a month, or Bitcoin could be at $100,000 in a month, right? I underestimated the power and the kind of stupidity of social media, how much sway it has in this market. So a lot of analysis, bad analysis can be right and good analysis can be wrong just because somebody says something on social media. So be careful of that. Obviously, I'm long-term oriented, so I do believe that Bitcoin is going to come back down into a bear market at some time. I don't know if it's 4 or 5 months from now or 6 months or a year from now. I don't care. One thing I do want to tell people is this level here at 28,000, 29,000, 30,000, it probably will be protected by people like Elon Musk and Jack Dorsey and Cathie Wood and Michael Saylor and all those people out there, right? This where it bottomed here, July 21st, July 20th, 2021, at 29,000 or so. This probably will be a line that Bitcoin might not come back under. At least at a minimum, this line will be protected by a lot of big players, and not just with their money, but by their social media, right? Their sway, their influence in social media. They can, without a doubt, protect this line. So watch out for that. The bear market might be 30,000. Watch out for that. It might dip down below or something, but maybe Elon Musk ends up selling his Tesla, sells their Bitcoin, right? If that were to happen, Bitcoin could go down to 5,000 because it would just be panic in the streets. So anything can happen, but obviously what I think is happening is this is going to cycle. It's going to end up playing out. So when I'll add more money to this, and my liquidation price will go up, and then my entry price will go up. I'll end up having my entry price probably, depending on what happens, I suppose. If it goes up, if the price of Bitcoin goes up to like 72,000, 80,000, I'll move my entry price up. It'll be like 60,000 or higher. My liquidation price will be like at 100,000. See how that's working? And the whole time I'm in a realized profit. The whole time they're paying me money to do it. And then eventually, this is just, what I think is going to happen. I'm not saying anyone should copy what I'm doing, but this is what I'm doing. I do believe the market eventually is going to come back down, right? So I'll end up being in huge profit. See how that's working? So I'm already up 12%. So what's the price doing here? Okay, it looks like it's balanced out right around 60,000, 61,000. So I'm going to refresh here. I'm going to do this online. I think more traders on YouTube should show what they're doing. I think they should show their trades live. If they're making money, why don't they show their trades, right? And why are they always trying to sign you up to sites so they can get a commission? If they're making money, why do they even care about you using their affiliate links? Okay, so I'm going to sell $11. Now watch my liquidation price and my entry price go up. My computer is struggling with my screen recorder, so this might take a while, unfortunately. I just what I did there is I just took my order. Let's see if it fills real quick. So I just made a limit order. I'm the maker of the order, and the taker is going to come in, and the taker will pay the site a funding rate, right? And the site's turning around and paying me part of that, right? I got a positive because I'm the maker on a limit order. Look, it just filled. See that? Just filled. Did you see my liquidation price is almost 72,000 now? See how high that went up just off $11? Technically, it's a little less than $4, right? With 3x margin. And see, my entry price is almost 48,000 now. See how much that went up. And let's see if I got okay. That was it. So later tonight, I'll probably be up. I'll probably have another dollar at 3x. I'll probably have another $3 to stick in here. See how that's working. You know, if Bitcoin gets super bullish and it's going to the moon, I can lower my margin. Like I could stick $100 in here at 2x. I can change my order down to 2x and send my liquidation price up to like 130,000, right? So the only thing I have to do is have dry powder, right? And this is see how small it is, you know, little tiny increments. And I'm just going to keep adding to it and adding to it and adding to it. And I'm trying to snowball it. So I'm kind of doing the opposite, or actually I'm kind of doing the same thing, but you know, a little different. You know, obviously I'm shorting instead of longing. So I'm kind of doing the same thing. So here I had almost life-changing money. So let me know in the comments section what you think about what I'm doing, and let me know if you want to see the progression of what I'm doing here. I'm going to try to snowball this into life-changing money, right? So obviously I'm doing it a little different. I'm just kind of self-taught. This is what I'm comfortable with. This is my wheelhouse. You know, here I feel like I'm in total control. Like I'm the captain of the boat. Trying to do what other people do, I'm just not comfortable with it. So we'll see how this goes, right? You know, I'm up 12%. Of course, as I add, you know, if I added $100 right now, I won't be 12% profit. I'd be like, I don't know, what would it be, 7%, 8% profit, but it'll keep going up, right? So I've already realized profit of $31, right? And you know, if I wanted to, I could take that $31 and send it over to BlockFi. And that's another thing. So like most people, they're new out there, might think there's, like I was talking about earlier, bulls and bears, like there's two different groups of people, right? That they're fighting each other. So right now I could be on this site doing what I'm doing here. Got this big long short situation I'm going on. I'm trying to snowball into maybe life-changing money. So at the same time, I could be over on BlockFi and I could be longing, right? Or I could be dollar cost averaging. I could be over on BlockFi buying $5 of Bitcoin every day. So I'm a bull on BlockFi and I can go back over here and I'm a bear, right? So I think some people get kind of confused, right? So if I make a bearish a YouTube video with a bear, you know, calling for a dump, I could very well be over here on BlockFi buying $5 of Bitcoin every day as a bull. See? So shorts kind of actually are used by bulls to hedge their positions. So basically, a lot of what you see on YouTube is one dimensional, and this is like a 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 dimensional deal, right? So there's lots of ways to look at it. Anyways, let me know what you think about this, and let me know if you want to see more of this in the future, see how this goes for me. So I get paid for my other YouTube channel, I get paid by Google AdSense 21st of the month. So I would actually like this price to go up. I'd like to see it all-time new high, or I'd like to see it hang above 60,000 until the 21st. So, think about that, right? I'm shorting Bitcoin, and I want the price to go up. So there's other ways to look at it, right? I hope this was eye-opening and just gets people thinking. I'm not saying for anyone to do this, but this is what I'm doing. And I guess I'll let you get going now. I'm kind of don't really got much more to say. That's basically it in a nutshell. So thanks for watching. Have a good day.